Get more. Hello, you beautiful bastards, and welcome to my so-called show. And tonight, me and the lads will be talking Miami Vice Season 1, Episode 13, The Golden Triangle, Part 1, an episode full of ear-clapping, Thai assassins, fucking spunky hookers, and, of course, Sonny Crockett in nerd gear. What more could you ask for? Hello, David Dredd, and I'm joined by my good friends, Admiral Teague, Lord Toxic, and the Kung Fu Hot Dog. How are you doing, pals?
Doing great.
Lazy Sunday.
Good to see you. Can't wait to tear into this monster of an episode. This is very unique. I think if everybody out there I guess it's your job to do this, but I'll do it a little myself. This is a great episode. I mean, you can't upsell this one enough. This is where they're trying to make a statement in quality, and we'll debate how far they get. But yeah, Big Trouble in Little China Sunny here is not one fun part. This episode is loads of fun, and this is a review that you're not going to want to miss. It's going to be a lot of fun. Hit the like and follow buttons for our button in English.
I know, I was kind of watching this. It starts off as just a normal sort of like standard episode, a fun little episode with some good quirky characters, but then it suddenly escalates into something much darker, much like something out of the pulps in a way. And this is when we really get to know what kind of a guy Castillo is as well. And we've seen hints of him, like he's seen a lot already, and we really get to explore a bit more of him as well. This just how tragic of a life this guy's had, but it just makes you like him more. The fact that he's still trying to be the good guy, this altruistic guy, despite all the wrong that's happened to him. But
do you think he sees it as tragic, or do you think he sees it as a hard one?
In a way, but because you can still see he's trying to sort of like hold it all together. There's a part of his soul that's still being destroyed, yet he's still not letting it get to him, which I always love about the character. So
he would do whatever it is that scarred him again. He views it more as a hard-won triumph than any kind of tragedy. He's like, comes with the job, but I instilled justice. I did the right thing, and it's the mission we hear about from him later. Before we get deeply into it, is just it touches on the like possible Vietnam War stuff, possible connections to military intelligence, and like a definite connection to the Miami DA. So he went on some weird international deep cover mission that would be more the providence of the CIA. Interesting stuff.
Well, it does delve a little bit more into the politics as well. The fact that they were, actually affiliated with drug dealers as well to take down anti-communism, to take down communism, everything. It's it gets really, really complex as well. It's like I said, it starts off just a standard security job trying to hunt for crooked coppers, but then it just turns into something nastier as
we're gonna get it. We're gonna get into that. Believe you me, my friends. We're getting into that aspect of it.
And since we're talking about security as well, we have an actual technical advisor on hotel security here as well.
You bet your ass you do.
We have expert advice on this one. We have some of the best looking bathing beauty extras you've ever seen.
Oh yeah.
There were too many of them. It's like the Benny Hill show. Like, what the hell's going on, man?
The Asian girl who stands up and walks away behind the conversation between Crockett and the tough hooker with the heart of gold, or do we call her sex worker?
She was outstanding. Absolutely outstanding. I loved her.
I love
that girl. Was beautiful.
I top marks to Candy as well. I don't know why she never became a recurring character. She could be very useful.
Yeah, she could have easily replaced Noogie and the other informant. I thought she was just much better.
My money says went into a regular soap opera role or already was in it, because she came complete with a relatively high ability of acting skills. She was able to hold her own with the rest of the cast. She
starred with Tim Curry in New York State, which I'm now going to order on the strength of this episode. It looks like a good fun movie from 1981, I think.
Her and Tim Curry. I'm in.
Yeah, can you imagine that?
Oh well, yeah.
She won us over in this one. She's a key character, and she holds her own in several.
Yeah, she's fantastic.
Several moods, including like not really an action sequence, but like a PTSD sort of F off sequence that comes later on where she's strong too. Like there's her moments to. The script considers her abilities.
When I watched this, and I was just like, poor Candy. Like, these guys are supposed to be protecting her. They did a shit job of it. Like, you're supposed to make sure CI doesn't get hurt. I'm like, usually I try to give a little bit of grace to Crockett and Tubbs just for I look at it the series as a whole, because Teague is quick to take pot shots at their cop abilities, because they are kind of shit cops a lot of the time. And I usually try to give them some grace and defend them. They were indefensible in this episode.
Only Candy from Highlander.
Crockett was
only Candy from Highlander was worse.
Yeah, Crockett was willing to jump in, and Tubbs was like, "No, let's stand back. Let's see how far it goes." It's like, let's see how hard he hits her. You know, I like it when bitches hit.
Tubbs is stand backish a few times. Like when Lieutenant Castillo gets into his boss fight, it's an awesome kung fu fight, but Tubbs is in a position to stop it, and he just sort of.
Oh, let's get to that later on, man. Yeah, let's get to that later on. That's amazing.
We're gonna get to a lot of. I'm gonna be ripping into Tubbs this episode. Believe me.
I will just say this: there's only one hooker called Candy who comes to a worse fate, and she's in Highlander.
Candy. Of course. Did he do anything to her? Did he do anything to her though?
I don't. It's implied she does not make it out of that room.
Really? Because didn't the concierge later say Candy said you were kind of kinky? So I mean, if he killed her, then how could
Oh, okay. If there's a mention of her afterwards, I would imagine down the line he does. Like he has to sharpen his fangs. He's the Kurgan, but that's another whole analysis.
Yeah, that's
we'll go out with that, because it's going to be 40 years since Highlander got released in England. So yeah, we'll try and do something on that. So yeah, Snaggle.
Oh yes, please.
Hey, for the show, I wore my 1989 Rolling Stones tour shirt. Okay, so this would have been current. I would have been wearing this watching the show.
Okay, so we're starting in, and let me get the slides up. With me a second. And before we do go into it, as soon as we finish going through the plot, we will be going through our favorite outfit, favorite regular character, favorite guest character, favorite quote, and music moment, and final rating. So yeah, if you want to join in on the chat on all those categories, feel free to post them in the chat or in the comments on the rewatch, because it will greatly help the algorithm. So sharing screen now. And where is it?
I think it's safe to say that we know how Edward James almost got his Emmy award. It's the strength of this episode alone. Really showcased him for what it was. Oh, I love this opening shot. And the Jan Hammer music is so freaking awesome.
Yeah, and I think it's called Candy as well. It sounds so light-hearted, but then you got this really sort of intense moment where this tweaker is threatening to kill his woman, saying, "You daddy and pancakes, and cakes and pancakes, and he's just mumbling incoherently. You got this. I think he's the one of the customers as well. He's there's like, are you security? And and suddenly he's like, unfortunately. So they have to try and reprimand him, try and get the woman free from him as well and save her. And Crockett's kind of giving off William Peterson in To Live and Die in LA vibes here as well. Like, no, you're not.
Oh, I'm getting that 4K next week.
Yeah, you mentioned that. That's a good film.
Oh, wait.
Yeah, he gets really intense here as well. Like, he's almost loving it a little bit. Like, he's loving the danger that he could almost get this woman killed. But he does manage to calm him down. And even despite the customer with the open shirt saying, get that maniac out of it, and her making it fucking worse by attacking him as soon as he lets her go.
And how did she make it worse? Because Tubbs wasn't fucking controlling the scene as he fucking should have been. These guys are shit security guards.
Yeah, they were. I mean, not to mention the fact you got guests just upping the ante and making everybody think, oh, Crockett and Tubbs are just trying their best to put on the front. They know what they're doing, but clearly,
can we remove the troll
on them and makes it more worse.
Yeah, can we remove the known troll who comes to my channel to say these things? Can we please yeet the troll?
Is that Snaggle Fricklepuss? Is that who that is? Is that the troll?
It's not who it is, but it's an alt of a known problem person. We'll talk about it later.
Give me a second.
I've got a Crates fan. She comes with blonde hair and blue eyes and
got a wrench?
Double D's. Don't go on our fucking stream and start bloody shitting on people, all right?
Anybody got a wrench? Just ban him, and I would anticipate him getting more frisky. He has never shown an ability to control himself.
Anybody got a wrench? Just ban him.
Yeah, definitely. This is an example. Like, I was watching this with the girlfriend this morning to take notes and stuff, and I'm like, these guys are the worst fucking security I've ever seen.
Now I want to ruin their outfits. That's what it is.
Yeah, he's just like, let me put my ID card away. It's like, dude, there are so many other ways to handle this. Tubbs does a half-hearted, hey, y'all, get back to your rooms, okay? And then they just ignore the fuck out of them. And it's just like, dude, there is so many better ways to deal with a tweaker in the fucking hotel than this fucking bullshit. And he doesn't control the woman. So as soon as they get the woman to safety, he should have had that whole hallway cleared. But instead, they fucking, and then their big move is to bring him out the fucking front door. You don't bring him out the front door. There's so many side. Then he's on display in handcuffs in front of. That's gonna really make people want to stay at your hotel.
Yeah, absolutely, I agree.
You guys suck at life.
Hey, Toxic, you're on Toxic. You're an 80s guy, right?
Yeah.
So I mean, back in the 80s, it was really I couldn't give a crap attitude. You kind of expected that, really, but nowadays it's obviously like a bit more discreet. Well, if you want to believe it is, but no, back in the day, this would be like normal behavior.
Yeah, no, you mean the tweaker guys or the way they handled it?
Everything. Well, everything.
I guess I could kind of see that a little bit. I'm sure, we strive a little bit more for professionalism and excellence in the security field than we did maybe back then. But I'll say this. Keep in mind, Roadhouse came out in the 80s. And what is one of Dalton's golden rules? Always take it outside. Never do anything inside the bar. If you can avoid conflict, which Crockett kind of tries to do. But I mean, Jesus, this was so much easier to deal with than this. Like, it's not like the guy had a weapon or anything.
Well, they
remember Death Wish 2. Death Wish 2 had that. Sorry to cut you, Admiral. Death Wish 2 had a tweaker who was off his head, wasn't it? Remember he was like a super strong tweaker and he was like attacking everybody.
Okay.
He's on the right drugs.
It just looked like Tubbs didn't even want to get involved.
Yeah,
I wouldn't either.
I ain't trying to mess up my suit, man. And bringing him out the front door and then just dropping him in the fucking front lobby of the carport. That's insane. Like, these people don't want to stay at this hotel now. Like, I get that you guys are undercover, but Jesus, you got to think about the hotel. Oh, this is just I would actually play this for my officers that work under me as like this is a go-to of what not to do in these situations. Don't do what Crockett and Tubbs did here, please. This and then they're just wearing they're wearing their usual clothes. They have nothing on them that indicates that they're security in any way.
Yeah.
Yeah, they do. No, they have plastic security
The
credentials.
little
instead of
plastic
badges.
security card. Yeah,
They do.
exactly.
In fact, you see Crockett take it off before he goes in there to mix it up with the guy. What I thought was telling, I don't know if you guys are aware of this, but the substance that's in question when they're speaking fearfully of the intruder, yes, that is angel dust. It came back in other forms. I believe that Special K was a variant. I'm not a chemist or like a law enforcement officer, but I can tell you this. This is one of the most destructive, the most terrible, the most horrible, harmful drugs. Every time you do it is a punch in the head from Evander Holyfield, Floyd Mayweather, you name it. This is 10 times worse than any other drug as far as the knock-on effect on you. The world that it could put you in. I have seen people literally doing the try to fly thing. This is every after school special rolled into one drug. It has killed a few people I know, not by overdose, but by the actions they took because of it. And I've seen it be a gateway to things that are much, much stronger. So right away, we're presenting the Golden Triangle as guys who deal in the most dastardly substances. You have to have no soul to deal this stuff. It is absolutely pure poison, the most destructive drug I've seen. Really, seriously.
Nice.
No, I agree. Totally agree, man. Fucking agree. And so it's revealed that they're doing the security job because they're trying to fish out any crooked coppers that may be shaking down any of the prostitutes that work in the hotel. And Crockett and Tubbs are not that fond of it as well because they feel like they're kind of being spying on their own, kind of like the IA something. They feel like just as Wes. They almost feel like they're just as bad as the internal affairs, who pretty much have them under a microscope every time they try to do their jobs. But Castillo's like, listen, these guys aren't your cop. These are not your brothers. These are not cops. I want that.
I love how Castillo kind of gets in their face without yelling, without doing the typical 80s screaming at the officers and all that bullshit. So. He's just this quiet, controlled menace where he's like, these guys aren't real cops. They're slime, and I want them flushed down the toilet.
I know. It's real personal as well because as we found out why in the second part, and he really loses his fucking shitload, doesn't he? With the second episode when
is it personal yet?
Shut up, a bitch.
Is it personal yet beyond the fact that Lieutenant Castillo clearly has a deep distaste for bad cops? And I've seen this with real cops. Once you get sort of found out as being bad, the other cops will turn on you and your reputation will stay bad forever, and they will not be vouching for you, and they will be looking to stay away from you, and they will be looking to take you off their force if it's a good police force. And he also wonders if they're coming from one of the other departments, because as we've seen in the show, sometimes there's a couple of overlapping jurisdictions that border on theirs where the cops from the South Beach Department, as it's called, is another part of Miami where Versace and the wealthy are. That part of Miami has another police department that can be either good or bad, depending.
Yeah. Well, they have the overlapping jurisdictions as it works in Florida. As you know, I'm from Florida. Down there where they're at, they'd have the local police, which is who Crockett and Tubbs and their vice department would belong to. But then you also have what's called the sheriff department. So you'd have Miami-Dade sheriff down there as well. So you have.
Is there a mistake when they yell Miami-Dade Vice? Sometimes they're like, "We're Miami-Dade Police." They've said that a few times. So would that mean they're Miami-Dade County, or like just that's the name of their constabulary inside Miami?
Yeah, that's a great question. So that would probably be a little bit of an error. They may have been trying it out in the writer's room to see how it flies and how it rolls off the tongue. But as
our
far
world's
as
a little different too, right? Just our world's just a little different. Okay.
Yeah. That's definitely something. So the county is definitely going to be the sheriff's department, and then the city. You've seen, I guess, probably the most notable example I could give is Michael Mann's Heat, where technically the initial robbery happens in LA County, but the city robbery homicide division, RHD, takes it over just because of the nature of the crime. So even though the jurisdiction would have been with the sheriff's department, it's definitely, and of course you get that great line, does this look like gangbangers holding up the local 7-Eleven? RHD's taken over. So I mean, it really just depends. I don't know the intricacies of Vice per se. It seems a little bit of a stretch that Vice detectives would be looking into other cops outside the realm of IA, as you mentioned. But I mean,
if they're running if they're running a sex ring, then
buy that.
they are Vice. Then they are
I'll buy that. I'll buy that. It seems like they would have had a. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Because that's what they do with prostitutes, don't they? They get them hooked on drugs and all sorts, just so they can still be compliant and still, have them dependent on them. So
the Vice angle definitely puts it in their field a little bit, but it's not. I feel like there would have been, if you're getting really, really the semantics of it, they would have had some sort of IA liaison with them or something like that. Like IA would have came in and been like, and that could have been accomplished with just like one throwaway scene with some generic know nothing actor.
Hey, DJ.
DJ Play Nice is an MVP, man. Coming in and just saying, hey, Castillo, I need that favor you owe me. I need you to use a couple of your detectives to weed out, and then that's it. And then like but then again, I mean, you'd have to pay him to do it and stuff like that. And I like the controlled menace that Edward James almost plays with this, because it does seem a lot, especially in this first season when he's introduced, that he has to kind of check these two cowboys and be like, listen, there's rules. Things are black and white until they're not. And I'm not going to have this. He stands there in his dark suit and just, he's like the voice of, like, hey, I'm the moral compass of this show now. If I say these guys ain't your brother cops, and they ain't your brother cops, and it is what it is. So,
that line hit hard.
You guys were talking about real quick. You guys are talking about all the hot chicks in this, and there are. This is, Joan Chen's first one of her first appearances in this, playing in an uncredited role.
That's who the Asian chick who stands.
That's who she was. Thank you.
You're welcome. Okay. You're welcome.
Memorable.
But, we were watching this, and the girlfriend pointed out the fucking weirdo dude that walks by fucking Candy in a little Speedo, and she's like, Jesus, do people dress like that?
Yeah, you see men with big shots going up to the fucking balls, don't you? It's
I mean, we could guess that guy's religion just from that fucking Speedo, man. That was out of hand.
I was gonna say, like, Edward James Olmos's performance is deliberately quiet because they said the most menacing, authoritative figures are the ones that speak with almost a whisper to them. Those who are shouting are compensating for something downstairs.
Facts.
And you know what? Just to answer what Toxic said, that conversation, the quiet talk with Castillo early on in the episode, pre-credits, where they're like, I don't like this gig, spying on other cops. And when he says they're not your brothers, they never were, that line hits really hard. And he says it very quietly.
And it pays off too, doesn't it? At the end of the episode.
Does.
Yeah.
And I want to relate it to what our host said, Northern English, when he says that, it's like, I don't think he has figured out that this is the Thai gang yet. He just thinks they're other dirty cops, and he doesn't like them at all.
Oh, yeah, no, because when it's not until Switek mentions the Thai guy, he's like, hey, what he did to that Thai guy, he was going to die a while, and then he knows something's up. He's like, wait, what did you fucking say? You didn't tell me he was Thai. You never mentioned the other guy was Thai. So it's still just another shakedown for crooked coppers, and this is where we meet Candy as well. She's looking for an easy mark, and she sees Sonny Crockett in this proper stereotypical nerd gear. He's doing nerdy things and all that. Like, he's got his pocket protector.
My kind of guy.
Yeah. And she looks fucking good, man. I mean, she is owning
that when she's walking up the stairs, man, just flashing a bit of a nice leg. I'm like, yeah, man. But at first I thought, when I didn't catch her name in the episode, but I'm just wondering. Yes, I know about that Toxic 18 rated. It's the stuff same with the Blu-ray release. At first I thought it was Sandra Bernhard, because I think she does appear in an episode of Miami Vice. And I caught myself and I thought, no, this is not her. Then I looked her up on IMDb quickly and I went, I'm going to get that film of hers now, just on the strength of this episode. She's so good in this.
Yeah, I always remember her from DOA with, the updated DOA.
Dennis Quaid.
Dennis Quaid, yeah.
She's in that as well.
Yeah, she plays Cookie in DOA.
Wow. That's another one to add to the list now. Thanks, Toxic.
Yeah, man.
Okay, so she plays a prostitute called Candy and another character called Cookie.
I'm noticing
Yeah,
a
look at
pattern, a
that.
little bit of typecasting going on here.
Also, I love her South Jersey or Philly accent. She's got the same American accent as Joe Pesci.
God, look
Yeah.
at those honeys in the background there, man. That's what I call NPCs, folks, in video games.
Yeah.
That's Joan Chen, isn't it?
Wow, that's a back.
That's
I
Joan
believe
Chen on the
that's
right.
Joan. I think that's Joan Chen. I'm pretty sure. I'd have to zoom in on it, but that she's giving Joan Chen vibes to me. So I don't know.
Well, she gets
Wow.
a full face towards the camera when she stands up for a moment. And here we have Big Trouble in Little China Crockett.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah,
Or just
yeah,
Big
yeah.
Trouble in Little China
Jack
Burnett.
Burton, he
Cracking
returns.
is my name, and rubbing oil and arresting hookers is my game.
The irony being that even the most green of fucking brand new hookers would know, okay, so this is clearly an undercover cop
I know,
trying to,
it's really, it's kind of like the guy in Electric Dreams, isn't he? Who was also on previous episodes.
Yeah, yes.
I mean,
Well,
he's really
he's
playing that
actually doing a
role.
Superman thing. He's Clark Kent, glasses in disguise, right?
I mean, he's
It's the
going
Clark
too
Kent
hard,
effect.
buttoned up all the way to the top, looking at fucking spreadsheets out by the pool with his fucking horn room glasses and the
This
fucking
episode is a
dorky-
goat. Oh my
Yeah,
god! By the way, guys, I've got to point out, it's called Golden Triangle. But if you're watching it back in the day, which we all
Four.
did, except for
four.
Northern, you weren't around yet. Doesn't say that it's part one. It's just Golden Triangle. So I thought that was a nice way of.
Well, it
not
wasn't even
putting a
called
pen-
that though. It
Yeah,
only
it's called
became that in
Score.
syndication. It was the Score originally.
Oh, was it? Oh, yeah. Somebody mentioned in the chat, didn't they?
Yeah, it was me.
Of course, it was you. Yeah, of course it was.
I do my homework. I do
Yeah,
my
I can
homework, hot
tell.
dog.
Geek.
I'm sure.
Yeah, it's kind of weird that it got an 18. It got the DVD an 18 certificate.
Yeah, because of the drugs
which
themes.
will
So
take
it should have been a 15 at least. Well, which for the Americans is it's like a hard PG-13.
Mm.
Yeah, the fucking censors get all pissy though because what if kids imitate that? It's like kids imitate fucking everything.
But this was aired on BBC One at 9 p.m. in 1984. So the watershed wasn't so strict then, was it?
Yeah,
No.
this was on NBC at 9 p.m. back in the day. So I mean,
There you go. Same thing.
It was definitely something that I remember my mom, chastising my dad for letting me watch with him. She's like, "No, put little toxic to bed." He's like, "He'll turn out fine. He'll be okay." Mom was right.
Because he
It's
does
a
the whole
toxic.
yeah. So he does the whole fucking how much it's gonna cost me, and and he later reveals he's a cop, and she's like, shit, and he's like, do you need any more oil rubbed on you? Or
I'm not gonna lie, that was
greased up enough, honey.
that was pretty cheeky with that. I'm not gonna lie. His methodology here isn't bad. It's just the outfit is way too. He'd have done better with just a Hawaiian shirt and just being like some dude on vacation. As like that would have worked a lot better. This is dude. He's got black socks on and fucking.
And she still fell for it. Something compelled. Well, it was his eyes, wasn't it? That she said it's like his eyes compel me to. But by the way, in this shot here, she looks far better. She actually, the camera brings up everything. Oh, she looks really nice here.
I mean, I'd spend
$50.
$50. I'd spend $50 on her.
Yeah, so would I.
50. Yeah, 50. 50's not bad, even in 1980s money. 50 ain't bad. So
I mean, she's got a rocking body and she's cute and she's just got a very sassy attitude. Not girl boss sassy of these days, but back then it kind of meant something. She's got a bit of a Melanie Griffith vibe about her as well, just very slightly. And speaking of Melanie Griffith, by the way, guys, look what I got.
I think she might be hotter than. Yeah, I think she's hot. All right, Kung Fu, let me speak. Fucking hell.
Okay.
Yeah, I think she's hotter though, to be honest. I don't know. I felt sad that I haven't seen her in more stuff, especially in more episodes, because she's a pretty cool character. She's actually very sharp. She can use her sexuality to get information that the cops can't get legally or illegally. She figures out that this isn't just another, a prostitute bust or something. Something is going on here as well, and I like the fact that she's got some sass, but she's not very good at scouting out cops because she's got a bit of a record as well. She's been busted many times, and but she does find out later that there's some crooked cops shaking down prostitutes, and she might be able to help. It's a Ross and a Garcia. So they do take her out on her offer as well. And, you know, if you go out in the streets, you work for us. So Castillo kind of makes this little dry joke saying, looks like you two guys are pimps. And I love when Sonny kind of gets a little bit pissy with her saying, hey, if you start messing around with us, you're back out of there. And she's like, oh, I love it when you scold me. And even Tubbs laughs his ass off. He kind of likes their sass as well. And I don't blame him. I don't blame him. So now we've got a little bit of the mundane security work. He's working as a clerk, and then this guy comes asking for a deposit and to see the layout. So,
would never allow this. Never, ever, ever allow.
I thought that was a little bit off as well. Yeah, he's acting way too fucking shady. I think that's he's off Crocodile Dundee, isn't he? John Snyder, that's him. He's the pimp, isn't he?
Yeah. Let me take a look. Let me take a look at your vault and let me see what I can. Get the fuck out of here. You ain't taking a look at nothing. Get out of here. I'm definitely not casing the joint. I'm definitely not doing that. Like, dude, get your ass out of here, man. What are you talking about?
The fucking Thai guy pretty much breaches all the security later behind their backs. I'm like, what the fuck, man? And they don't even know the layout to the security either until it's too late. I mean, don't you think they would have been filled in on that information just to, I don't know, keep 2 steps ahead of the criminals? I don't know. The first half is kind of a little all over the place. It doesn't really get better until like the second half, though, does it? But
I don't mind it. I don't mind it so much because it does kind of. I think maybe it was an on purpose mislead to make it so. If you're wondering what Candy's doing these days, she's a traffic reporter since 1996. I feel like it was a purposeful mislead for a much deeper, darker, plot later, which I don't have a problem with, because if you think you're watching a no pun intended Candy episode and then it turns out to have, a deeper plottier shit going on, I'm okay with that. I think that works if that was their intention. I might be reading too much into it.
This I do kind of. I always think the cops are being a bit clever. I always like it when they're sort of like playing. They don't know each other, and he's being the pimp while Gina and Trudy are being the prostitutes. And Switek and Zito are always kind of the sleaze bags who are buying them. It's because Switek and Zito do look like sleaze bags, really, don't
they? Do. They do.
Prostitutes.
They would have been much better to do the initial thing with Candy. Like that would have been much better. They're like, okay, yeah, these guys would definitely pay for sex for sure. Like 100%.
Yeah, exactly. And look at fucking Zito with his bloody 80s trousers. I mean, they returned again from a previous episode, but at least we get Gina and Trudy looking smoking hot in bikinis, though. So
yeah, I'll have a Latin one.
Yeah, I do kind of like John Snyder. He's always playing the same
hesitation, man.
Sleeves bag, but he's fun to watch. He really is.
I feel like it's such a testament to the 80s that Trudy and they couldn't complain. We're being hookers again.
But that's the thing. They never fucking complain about the job, don't they? They know.
Yeah, they knew their place. They knew their place back then, back in the 80s, before feminism took over. Those women knew their place. Am I right?
It's not about them, though, is it? It's about tracking down fucking criminals who probably are harming vulnerable women, and that's why they still do it, because they are thinking, "Oh, I'm a prostitute. I'm much more worthy than being a prostitute for the police." No, fuck off.
Yeah, why can't I be on the entry team, Lieutenant?
Yeah, so these guys are scoping out. It's like, hey, these are dodgy coppers, aren't they? Yeah. And this is where she meets with Ross and Garcia and hoping to get some evidence on them for shaking down the hookers in the hotel. They tail them. And yeah, this is where you mentioned where they shake her down and they start beating her. And Tubbs is pretty much restraining Crockett from running in there to stop it. But eventually,
which was a bit of a bad mistake on his part.
Yeah, so eventually it becomes too much. And they run after her, and thankfully she managed to get the evidence on the wire. But she's real pissed off at them that she let that happen, and they feel fucking bad. And yeah, you should have fucking got there quick enough. But,
yeah, just a small correction, not a big deal. But at this point, the dirty cops, they don't know that they think that they're their line is, oh, the security guys are running hookers, so they still think they're
security guys, yeah. But I think they make a reference saying calling them renter cops when they see them on the boat later on. But we'll get to that which comes in a minute, because right now they found out Ross and Garcia have been arrested, but they've been handing over to the IED and they've been let out straight away. So yeah, they're out on the streets and they are pissed off. So he's so pissed off that he's having to file Elvis's clause just to make himself feel a little better. Which, once again, it becomes a very dark episode, but you still got that levity with these two just sort of being really fucking charming, despite the fact they're pretty much fucking up in this episode a lot.
Yeah, but they don't F up with Elvis. It's one of the better looking, more high end fake Elvises, and it's one of the more believable, if far out, things they do. Everything with Elvis is far out, but okay, filing his clause because he's really, really calm. All right, I could believe that a little.
Yeah. So yeah, obviously they come down asking them to see if they can get involved in the scope, and it's like, hey, trying to get my life story, make it a love story. Trying to throw some sass his way, but obviously Lee is very vague on the details, so he knows they might be able to have something on this as well. And Tubbs like, I think we're too good at being bad guys. So they found out about Zarbol and his Thai body, but they don't know his Thai. And I'm thinking, wait a minute, wouldn't they have found something on this guy as well? I mean, and realized he was Thai earlier on. I don't know. It's there's kind of a bit of a plot hole here. Guys, thoughts? Hello?
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 I think this is
I'm
the most
here.
believable police station we've ever seen from them. Finally, looks real. They've upped the reality and the authenticity of their environment. I can finally believe that these are actual working police officers. We got a commanding officer who's finally putting a desire to do the right thing and instilling a sense of justice in his cops. He's got a sense of justice. Everything is sort of hitting the right tone. This may have been one of the very first episodes written when they realized, hey, this show is a hit, because we've seen a few thrown together episodes that were seeming to buy time. This would seem to excuse a couple of the more hasty episodes, especially some of the incohesive stuff we saw where action scenes were not working out, especially last week and the week before, where we had like really bad continuity in chasing and running, really bad crowd control. This has less ambitious crowd control, but if you watch their police office environment, people do walk between the camera and them. People are doing their jobs. We do see some of the other cops. We don't see Lester, my favorite tertiary cop aside from Switek and Zito, but
we see very underused, isn't he? I don't even think he's in the other series, is he?
Lester?
Well, the more screen time, the more lines he gets, the more they got to pay him. You know, like anything else. So, what is your question exactly, Luke or Northern? Are you saying?
Yeah, it was the Thai guy anyway, because they found out information on Zarbol straight away, but they don't get anything on the Thai guy that's next to him, because they probably would have found out he was Thai and probably would have found out what was going on so much earlier before Zarbol even stole from the fucking.
Well, you could look at it two ways. You can look at it so if you're trying to headcanon it and make it make sense, you could be like Castillo is in the supervisory role, so he's kind of managing all of these detectives at once, and a small detail like that might not necessarily get through. Or you could say that the writing was just poor, and then they wanted to have that big reveal at the end and the big blow up. And the penultimate end of this episode, when you never said he was Thai and all that stuff. So it comes off a little clunky, but I mean, I'm all right with it. It's not that,
I mean,
I don't know that I would call it a plot hole as much as it, maybe just a little bit of sloppy or lazy writing, but I don't know. I guess it really just depends on how you perceive it. I mean, since we know, because we've seen the entirety of the show, plus we know it's a two-parter episode, plus we know this is a big lead into a Castillo background. We know that, but I mean, think about if you were watching it for the first time, it probably, it probably could have been done polished a little bit better, but it's okay. It didn't really pull me out of the story.
I know it's more of a nitpick, really, isn't it? It's something I only just realized this second. I didn't even realize it when I was making notes on it, but just now. But once again, they are very wondering why is this guy trying to take down a score already. I mean, something must be up here because he has his rap sheet says he's done every felony except burglary, but he's like, just stay on him anyway. So back at the hotel, and Sonny sees Candy has not left Miami like she said she was going to do. She's trying out with more customers, and so he takes her aside and he's like, "What the fuck are you doing? Are you gonna get us bloody? Are you gonna get our cover blown? You, I'm the cop that busted you." It's like, "Yeah, I know, but and you're not security, but I won't hold it against you if I will." And then Zabo comes over. He's being his usual sleazebag self and decides to take Candy back with him because And I like the fact that Sonny is like calls him by his name and he's like, "Hey, I never told you my name." It's like, "I'm just making sure I know who I'm working with." So he's keeping Zarball interested, but at the same time, sort of making it look like he's a little bit skeptical of him.
Sloppy police work. Police work.
All right, so yeah, that's bad. Then I'll listen to the actual experienced military police, who's worked with who's done private contracts and worked probably with and worked alongside police officers as well. So
much of what they're doing is just kind of winging it. They don't seem to have any sort of focused plan. They're just kind of doing a thing. And then, by the way, this fucking security office is banger as fuck. I wish my office looked this good.
I mean, look, to be fair, they have to wing it because it's an operation you don't know how to prepare in advance for. So yeah, they have to improvise and do whatever. So you're correct, Toxic. It is kind of funny to watch it unfold, but them winging it makes it more enjoyable and a little bit plausible and realistic.
You might say they're taking a slapdash approach.
Yeah, I like that. It's so good.
Slapdash approach to their. I mean, but and again, God, I can't say enough. I was watching this like, man, I need to tell my boss I need a better office at the hotel.
Yeah.
This is fucking dope as fuck here,
That
man.
is 80s architecture as you'll never see again, man, unless somebody wants to recreate it.
Is that a Keurig in the back? Did they have Keurigs back then? What is that in the back?
I've heard of a Keurig. I don't know what it is.
It's an espresso maker.
Oh, that's dope, man. This is a great office. I would literally take this office right. Okay, I'll stop. But yeah, the way that they're going about this and the way that the lack of command and control over their CI Candy, this is just so fucking sloppy. And another thing, and I hate to be one of those military gun bunny where Tubbs' placement of his fucking 38, there is no way to reach that in any kind of a quick, that shit is way in his back and turn the opposite direction. You ain't getting it by your left or your right hand. And when he holsters it later, you can see how awkward and shit. That's another nitpick.
And it's a 5-round. It's a 5 hold chambers. You can only put 5 rounds in the cylinder.
It's just not. I'm okay with revolvers as backup weapons, but as your primary and it's way in the middle of your back, why? So it doesn't crease your suit, you fucking Momo. Like, Jesus.
Every once in a while, he grows like a 9mm though. Out of
every once in a while. I do like this look that Crockett's sporting. I do like it. This is
you mean the doofus look?
This one right here on the slide that's up right now with this suit jacket and then the pink fucking shirt underneath it. I dig it a little bit. It works.
He can pull it off. He pulls it off because he's got that complexion, hasn't he? He's got the blonde hair. He's got the tan. Yeah. He can pull it off. If you got a pasty bastard like me, pasty balding bastard like me wearing this,
I would still like to see you in it. I want to see you in it.
He has such strong Kurt Russell energy after you see him in the geek mode and you have the Big Trouble in Little China connection. For the rest of the episode, you're like, he is like, when they cast him, you can definitely see the conversations like kind of has some Kurt Russell energy, doesn't he? He's like, yeah, a little younger, but he's definitely in the same kind of,
I kind of wish that he and Kurt Russell weren't. I wish that had John Carpenter had written the part for Don Johnson to be in Big Trouble in Little China. That would have been that. You know what? That's it. My life is over now. I'm good. I'm done now. I can retire. I'm good.
I would have liked to have seen Don Johnson play the Stallone role in Tango and Cash with Kurt Russell. That
was he considered for it?
No.
Ah.
That was always going to be Stallone and somebody else, and then
It was Kurt. That would have been Kurt Russell in stereo to me, though.
that would have
You know
been
what I mean?
great.
Like I would have paired him up with someone else, someone different, someone really out of left field. Like imagine Don Johnson and Lou Diamond Phillips or someone from that era.
Yikes.
Or Val Kilmer.
Candy seemingly losing faith in Crockett and Tubbs' ability to do is actually on point here. She's just like, are you guys fucking retarded or what? You guys are terrible cops.
She fucking comes through though. She steals the fucking car keys from and everything. Well, they're wildly saying, hey, Candy's gonna blow our cover. She's crazy. He's like, yeah, but you know, she's a hooker. It's like, what the hell is she doing? She's crazy. And Candy comes up saying, yeah, fucking car keys. Let's go check this car in the back. And
because back in the 80s, it was thinking 2 steps ahead, not what it is now. She was 2 steps literally ahead of these two schmoes who we know.
She's a better cop than they are.
Exactly. You took the words out of my mouth, man. Like Meatloaf once said.
Back when cars had keys. That's all I was going to try to say. And I don't think she stole it off him. Doesn't she say she got it off the concierge? She went to the parking attendants and just like distracted them and grabbed it. I think
even better.
She's good. She can
distract me. I've got no issue with that.
People, and do what she needs to do. She uses her wits, her feminine wiles, everything. You know, we need a fucking spin-off on this character. She's awesome. So they found evidence of breaking and entering, but then Zabal shows up, and just before that, you know, they wanted to get her out of the Miami. And she's like, "Hey, I'm a big girl; I can take care of myself." Then Zabal shows up saying, "Hey, we did a little conversation with you two." It's like, "Well, remember that time I said I was a big girl; I could take care of myself? Well, I'm out of here." And it's like, "Nah, you ain't going nowhere, Tuss. We want you to come with us. We got a nice surprise." And it's one of the fucking cops that they busted earlier, and they think Sonny and Rick was the guys that the stool pigeons that used hair to get them arrested, but and it's looking like they're in danger. But then Candy comes through once again, saying, "No, I'm the one who got the dime on you."
See, Zarbo's got that Christopher Walken energy going on as well. Every now and then you can hear the enunciations of Walken coming out. It's kind of a funny impression.
Yeah, he's like a Jav talking Michael Wincott. He looks like Michael
Wincott. Yes. Wincott does appear in a future episode anyway, I believe.
Brilliant.
So he fucking smacks her, saying, "You slut." They kick the crap out of him, saying, "You don't touch our girls again. Otherwise, I'll shoot you in the head and go crazy and turn into setting for an head." But she could once again come through. What a great character. So thankfully, okay, I just need to check up on you. I had a bad sauce. You know, we can still do that score thing as well. And, you know, we're still on for it. So they this guy,
I love that font.
He starts scouting the areas, everything, checking all security, even using a device or something to scramble. And then we get the recycled shot, which fucking turns up twice in this episode. I was like,
but do we care? Nah.
I mean, it saves a bit of money, doesn't it? So yeah, what the hell, you know?
That's right. On the Jewish payroll. I didn't say that.
Yeah, plus they're very well obscured as well, so you can't tell the continuity changes in the outfits, can't you? Until you get to season 4, when his short hair turns back into his long hair and he beats that fucking snuff film director. So yeah, it's looking like
man, look at that. That is swagger, boys. That is swagger right there.
Yeah, he's looking pretty cool. So this is where they go through the plan with Castillo about tying up the guards and raiding all the boxes, and they're asking how far do they want him to go, and he's like, all the way, you know. And when are we going to find out about it? In 2 days. But it turns out fucking he's already doing it while they're speaking. It's a free combination security lock. I'm like,
that's look, before we had Terminator 2, you know, with Edward Furlong doing his business, easy pickings. I've never seen these devices around, but I always did. There were lots of gadgets, experimental gadgets around, courtesy of Radio Shack, or as we call it in the UK, Tandies. Yeah, so they were around. If you knew what to do, then that's what you'd end up doing. And these crims are very smart.
Yeah, fuck. Well, yeah. If you're fucking easily distracting Sonny and Sonny and fucking Crockett and Tubbs here, then yeah, I don't think he needs to be smart. They seem
This
to
is,
be had
this is
really.
one of their worst days as cops.
Yeah, they're really not having a good time in this episode.
They just keep messing up every single step of the way.
Thank
Oh,
God
God,
these
the
two are
comedy of
fucking
errors.
charming. Yeah, thank God these two are still fucking charming, because if they weren't, I'd be frustrated with this episode. And,
Yeah,
because-
it's true. I agree.
Right, and by the way, I still love this episode. Okay, there's a lot wrong with it, but I still like it, and there is still some great intrigue when they're.
Oh yeah, listen, you can forgive it for whatever plot holes or whatever is going on, but just what you're coming up to now in the video, it makes everything before that more forgivable. It really does.
Yeah, it really starts going down a much darker path now, isn't it?
You
have Nerdy Crockett, it's sort of like using a grease one-liner on a hot hooker, and now you got this stuff, and it's really good. It's really fucking changing its tone here. It really is. It gets
that was a great
bad.
thing that the 80s kind of cop shows were able to do. You think back on did you see the Sunrise two-parter with Magnum PI? That one started out.
Oh yes. Talking my man. Yeah. Don't start me on that, man. Yes.
I watched that a while back ago, and you're right. It does start very comical with his friend being the third wheel on his date, but then he gets blown up, and you're like, "Oh shit! What the fuck, man?"
Yeah, this is something the 80s was able to pull off a lot better than they do nowadays. Because as we know, the very famous Netflix directives of you've got to explain all of the plot to the audience because they're not
so dumb
enough to dumb it down. But back in the 80s, they would have a thing where they'd start off with with some two-parter that would be, oh, it's just another classic caper, and then all of it, oh my god, it's a military intelligence background thing for Castillo. He has a dark background, and by the way.
And I believe that Magnum episode you referred to, Toxic, I think it was written by Donald Belisario, who went on to creating Jag and Quantum Leap. Because I've just read all of Tom Selleck's memoirs, which, by the way, fantastic effing read. So when you mention that, I'm like, yeah, I've got the entire series to binge watch very shortly from midway of season 1 onwards. It's one of the series that if you watch it and you don't get through it, you want to go back and watch it again because it's just such a good series.
Yeah,
Magnum's a great show.
I am so blessed growing up in the 80s and having this
amen, brother. We're Gen X. We're Gen X.
Yeah, baby. All these great TV shows that you could just sit around and now get nostalgic about. But at the time, we had this just cornucopia, just all this so much spoiled. Like we were spoiled with all this good stuff that came out. But I don't know what the trope in TV is called. Maybe somebody in the chat or one of you guys can help us out. But that the trope of having a stoic or subdued character having a dark background that gets revealed later after something like that, which is done to great purpose in this two-parter with Castillo. But it's been done many other notably Bastard and I do a Buffy the Vampire Slayer, and early in season 2 we find out that the pent up stoic Giles actually has a dark background. I'm a big fan of that. It's a little what is it?
They called him Ripper.
They called him Ripper. Yeah. I don't know what the trope is called that does that, but I'm a big fan of finding out that. Also, again, in Miami Vice, we find out that Higgins has a dark military intelligence, like he was with the British SAS or something like that. Like
he was.
Yeah. Is that the one where Ian McShane has that kind of African fever thing going on?
You said Miami Vice, but you mean Magnum.
Did I say Miami Vice? Yeah, I meant Magnum.
Yeah. You meant Magnum. Higgins has those great stories. And he might be Jonathan. He might be Robin Masters. We never do get total definitive. It looks like he mostly is.
No, they speculated that he was in the end, but I don't believe. I think I could believe that, but when I watch it again, I'll make up my own mind.
So these guys get fucking killed over this.
Yeah, this shot here. Holy shit.
They leave everything in the other security lockers except these papers, and this is where you think, something stinks to high heaven, as Todd said in Beverly Hills Cop, because I mean, it just stinks to high heaven. It stinks like used diaper mixed with Indian food, kind of bad.
Yeah.
And yeah, Crockett and Tubbs are feeling like total tits now because they've just been had. I mean, Jesus Christ, we're embarrassed. We're such idiots to let this happen. But what the hell is going on? And
because you know, at some point the police got on the real security guys that they have there. You know, at some point they were like, "Hey, just so you know, we're going to be doing an undercover thing where we're real cops, so we're going to be really running the show. So you guys need to stand down a little bit." And they were like, "Oh, okay." And then they let the place get robbed. Like, you guys suck.
I got to say, like, Switek is very restrained here when he's talking about the death of the two people. Like, you expect them to have a bit of a joke between each other. They do a bit later on, or he might be in this scene where they talk about did you see his tongue? Did you see his tie? And I'm thinking, what is it, a Colombian necktie? What are they talking about? Because they were speaking in riddles there.
Yeah. I'm guessing they did do something like that with fucking Zabel anyway. But when they said the tie, I thought, oh, Jesus Christ, they did do that. But no, because his tie, you know.
Yeah, he literally was. You're right.
But you are right. He doesn't really crack wise this time. It's probably because he's a little bit traumatized by what he's seen. He's still
good acting.
And also, yeah, he's told them that Zabal has been killed, but the tie guy that they've not revealed his tie yet was repeating papers before he died, and they suspect it's Ross as well, who's about to do a runner, but so they arrest him, but he pleads his innocent. I mean, he looks frightened. He's like, I could never do anything like that, okay? You know, I'm a cop. He's like, you're not a cop. Yeah, but I could never be a murderer, okay? I mean, Jesus Christ, man, I'm shitting myself over what happened, though. But Jesus,
what if I pissed himself? This is where we get the payoff for Crockett now is seeing things the way Castillo sees them a little bit. It's like, nah, you're not.
No, it does.
You ain't no cop.
Yeah, he looks at him in disgust as well, as like, you're a disgrace to the badge. I'm trying to be a good cop here, even though I keep fucking up. But fuck you, you're a worse cop. At least I do my cases and fuck them up. You deliberately fuck up.
But again, the acting of Don Johnson here, you know, he's like, you know what? I kind of believe this guy. And he had no choice. He had to believe him. If I was in these espadrilles, I'd be doing the same thing.
I know, and yeah, this is where we do get the reveal of the tie guy as well, because Switek is very restrained, saying, "Wait, what they did to that tie guy? He's he would have taken him a while to die." And Zito's traumatized by what he's seen on what's happened to Zabal as well. It's never mentioned if it's a Colombian necktie or tie or some shit like that. Is there a tie necktie? Come on, someone established. But shit, they look a little bit fucking horrified. I mean, they're not going to be.
The dialogue was what it was. I think that they were up against TV mandates and like censorship. They couldn't be saying, some of the more graphic ways to describe this, which I, of course, also will not say. But when he says like the way they did that tie, did he mean that tie individual? Did they mean that they gave him a tie? It was left deliberately vague because the censors were just like, as soon as this topic,
Jesus Christ. Fucking hell, whammy.
Peruvian penis. Oh, I do like me a good Peruvian penis clamp.
The Brazilians make a better one, but yes, the clamps are.
But there's more. But the Brazilians maybe make a better technical one. But you got something to be said for alliteration. There am I right?
Yeah, and back to our episode is Captain Castillo. I'm sorry, Lieutenant Castillo looking like maybe he's like the A&R guy for the cars with that super thin tie, right? He's like, Candio is going to be the biggest record of the year.
Yeah, the way he switches gears in this scene, wow! I mean, goddamn, dude, that's like Emmy Award. Yeah, give it to him. He was great. Yeah, fucking give it to him. Like nobody else. Screw Bruce Willis. He's getting it.
It's like an old sad to him is coming right out there as well, because he knows now the tie. It's because they identified the tie tattoo on him, something like that. So I don't know, Switek, how did you know that a tattoo is tie or something? It could have been Chinese, could have been Japanese, who knows? But,
they never explained that.
But they have their own language.
Yeah,
But then
yeah,
also,
writing
and
is
also
different.
it's established that it was never thought to be relevant. That's what Crockett says a few moments later. We didn't think it was going to be a relevant thing to mention.
But the
But do you think
captain, I mean, sorry, the
Swiatek might have
lieutenant
been,
will.
do you think Swiatek might have actually taken Tubbs' advice on learning culture since the last episode? You know, when they're
If by learning culture you mean going picking up Thai hookers and maybe going to their house, then maybe.
I can
He has
definitely
shown
see
to be-
Swiatek doing that. I really can. It's like,
I can
Hey.
see that, but he has been shown to consistently be, and Zito are consistently shown as ambitious. There's no assignment they won't take. We see them in some wild get-ups, like this one time where they're dressed up like leather bondage dudes. Anything to get the collar. So, I mean, they are shown as
Armed
highly
and
dedicated.
Dangerous, Meg Ryan and John Candy. Oh, I love this scene. I'll tell you why. Because if you've seen Manhunter, the debut of Hannibal Lecter, Clarice, this background, this is where Michael Mann's genius comes, and this background reminds me of Manhunter. Very, very, because Manhunter, I think, came out like a couple of years later anyway. So this is kind of like precursing it.
86.
No, we have.
Yes,
we
I think it
have
was 86.
Yeah, in the middle of the run.
So this is kind of like a precursor to that in a way, because like, you know, it's the mortuary, and it's like you walk around, you see the background. I thought this is very Manhunter-esque.
This might be the first crime show to bring us to this part of the detective process. This might be the first
cool.
time we've gone to the morgue and talked to some forensic cops. This is now a major trope in every single cop show. The only one I can think of that doesn't always do it is SVU. SVU just has someone show up and be like, here comes the workup from the lab. And they don't actually go to the morgue. NCIS,
in SVU, they just accuse the wrong person at the beginning of the episode and then figure it out by the end of the episode after they've ruined their lives.
they do tend to red herring people a lot, and they do tend to show the laws of the messy process that'll trash your life up. Yeah, I agree. But they don't go to the morgue the way they do and say, like, I think even JAG had a procedural part, but of course CSI, like the whole thing happens in the morgue. There used to be a show called Quincy that was all morgue. He was just a medical examiner. And I would just remind everybody, one of the things that would answer a few of the questions of why they're doing this or that is that Miami Vice is the colloquial diminutive name for what is actually the Miami-Dade Organized Crime Containment Bureau. So their job is to, make sure that no organized crime can flourish too. So the fact that these guys have a racket also puts them in Crockett and Tubbs sites.
Yeah, but all of that gobbledygook name doesn't really flow off the tongue like Miami Vice does it?
No,
you
no.
need that
But
flair, don't you? You need that flair. You need something for the kids to repeat. When they're playing the playground, saying, "Hey, Miami Vice, get down, scumbag! Pew pew pew."
Right. When we hear the name, it was when the two times we've heard it were when Captain Rodriguez, which I will always call him from now on. I will always call him that from now on. Rodriguez is just not interesting enough. Captain Rodriguez says it. And then when he's replaced by Lieutenant Castillo, which, by the way, the lower rank would imply that they want to have more hands-on control of Crockett and Tubbs because they're a little psycho, which makes sense. But he says it too. He's like, Castillo, Organized Crime Containment Bureau. Can you show me to my office? That's like his first ever line.
Yeah, we did do a stream on that. Junior, Toxic really liked it. I don't get it. I tried watching it a few times, and it just doesn't match the charm and personality of the original show. But if you want to watch,
you guys are way too hard on that movie. That movie, very good. You guys are just way too rough on it.
Let me answer. Go. Okay.
I'll go first, then we'll go to Kung Fu. Here we go.
So to Pat Bonds Junior's super chat, boy, I bet when you send that super chat in, you weren't going to get this reaction, did you? I did rail on it quite a lot, but I've been thinking about it recently. Like, it's not perfect because, again, it doesn't have the same nuance that the TV series does. Like Heat, I prefer LA Takedown, which was the original TV version with Scott Plank by Michael Mann. But I will buy Miami Vice 2006 again because there are some stunning set pieces in there. The plot, forget it. The performances, forget it. But some of the scenery, this was like 2 years after Collateral. Yeah, I might give it a second chance.
The soundtrack's banger. The soundtrack is banger too. Don't forget the soundtrack.
I like the soundtrack. Yeah.
I want to weigh in on the movie real quick and just say they were a Miami Vice movie, not the Miami Vice movie, with the big problems being that they were Crockett and Tubbs, but they were so different, and trying to make them ultra modern, early 21st century guys with Crockett and his stupid fucking ponytail, being an idiot. Cops who take a speedboat to Cuba, which is like an FBI international law violation. There's only like angry meetings at the UN about Americans with badges going to Cuba. He's going to go there for mojitos. Jamie Foxx didn't have the same magnetism as Philip Michael Thomas. They tried. I don't think they had bad performances so much as we saw that Michael Mann didn't really know his own material that well. He really was as detached as we had been led to believe. Like, he would just see a scene like this and he'd be like, the coroner's office should look like this. You should find a way to get to the coroner's office to get the scientific cop information. That's stuff that people really dig. And while he's doing his own movie research, they're calling him. He's not on the set doing stuff, but they're making phone calls. So I think everyone's right about the advice from him on this. And we got some great outfits here.
Yeah. So back to the episode. So they found out that whatever happened to him as well, he defied someone important, which brings back Castillo to his past. He's seen this before. He was working undercover for a guy called General Lee, who's like a opium peddler who exports through Toronto, and the vault was supposed to be some kind of dead drop. So, and Sonny and Crockett are like, well, Castillo's acting kind of strange. He's like, yeah, whatever it is personal. So yeah, you got your trailer line there, because they always make good trailer lines, and this is where they try going through all the Thai restaurants. So I'm guessing they mentioned that there's only really a few immigrants who run Thai restaurants in Miami at the time, because Miami was still kind of in development during this time as well. It was the drug scene,
which is crazy because that's Miami. Here in Leavenworth, Kansas, we've got two huge ones. Just a small town. So
been a long time.
A lot of Thai immigrants. Too. Sorry, carry on.
This been a long time for Leavenworth too, right? Like the what would you call it? Franchiseification of the world is underway, right? So yeah, of course you have two.
Yeah, a lot of Thai immigrants came to the USA in the 1980s anyway, so this all fits in well with what they're talking about in this episode.
Do you guys want to know the very clever name of the big Thai restaurant here in Leavenworth, Kansas is?
I can't wait to hear this.
It's called Bon Thai.
Bon Thai.
Bon Thai.
I love it. Bonsai. God, it's an awful pun, but I love
Bonsai.
I think it would have missed opportunity. If I opened a Thai restaurant, I would call it the Golden Triangle. That's what I would do, but
90 years after World War II, we can laugh off the bonsai charge a little bit. There's only a few people left alive who had to deal with it.
Now, this moment I really love as well, where Tubbs is like, listen, come on, you're hiding something. You got to tell me. I'm involved now, aren't you? You've got to let me know. So he tells him, and this is where he tells him he works undercover for 3 years in Burmese and Thailand. And Tubbs is like, 3 years, that's a long time. And Castillo's line says, it's a lifetime.
Philip Michael Thomas's acting, his reaction when he hears Castillo speaking Thai is like, I mean, that's the mic drop. That's what the hell?
They talk to this really hot Asian chick, and he's speaking Thai, and Tubbs is like, "What the fuck, man?" I mean,
look, there's no sweat on Castillo's face. It's like the sweat is afraid to sweat on his face. It's like, fuck this motherfucker. I'm getting out now.
He's in this fucking, pretty not very breathable black jacket in
black is a heat soaker. What are you talking about, man? Jeez.
He doesn't care. He doesn't care. I just want to say when he starts speaking in Thai, and Tubbs notices it, we would need to point out that there have been a couple of moments with Tubbs more than Crockett and Lieutenant Castillo, where we could say that Lieutenant Castillo perhaps doesn't like Tubbs as much as he kind of is taking a bit of a liking to Crockett. Tubbs and Castillo are going to have a more hard-won friendship when they finally get there. And by the way, I just wanted to address one of our comments. I think, is it Wormy who said it? The irony is that Mann directed an episode. We checked this one out. Shockingly, he co-wrote part of one, and that's it. He never directed a minute of this show. Their preferred directors were Starsky and Hutch, Philip Michael Thomas, Paul Michael Glazier, and David Cole.
But what's very strange, because of the success of Miami Vice, NBC told Michael Mann, hey buddy, you can do whatever you want. And then we got Crime Story, which lasted 2 seasons, which I've already ordered. And that's
It's
like,
show.
it's pretty
Cast
banger.
problem.
yeah, I know. I mean, Darlene Fugel is the wife of Mike Torello, played by Dennis Farina. What more could you want? God damn it!
I think production problems destroyed that show. It's not.
It was too
quality.
expensive. All shot in Chicago. But I'm still
Also,
gonna buy it.
They had
Banger
to shed
sound.
some cast members too. I think they just didn't have enough money. But that was a great show.
Banger soundtrack on that one as well.
Anything
Little
with Dennis
Runaway,
Farina
was
is a
that
win.
the theme?
Yeah, like I said, anything with Dennis Farina is a win, and I can't wait to get.
Yeah,
to that.
absolutely, I agree.
Well, yeah.
Dennis Farina
ends up on Law and
has
Order.
never done anything wrong in life, and I will stand
No.
on that.
He
The
becomes
only
a Law
thing
and
he did
Order
wrong
cop,
is that he
right?
died. He died too soon. That's it. That's the only thing he did wrong.
He
Yeah.
comes into our Dick Wolf world, right? He's a bad guy in this show in one episode down the line, and he ends up as one of the cops in one of the Law and Order shows. Is it organized crime?
No,
Or
he's
is
the
it
primary.
online?
The
He's
primary
in
Law
Law
and
and
Order.
Order Prime. Okay, he replaces Jerry Orbach, I suppose.
Yes, that'd probably be a pretty accurate description. Yeah,
That sounds about the right time frame. He's
a guy
he's
that
great
a guy that
actor.
can equally and convincingly play both a gangster and a cop.
I think he was a Philadelphia cop.
I believe you're right.
Yeah, apparently he was never really the best shot as well, in really, from what I'm hearing. But apart from that, though, I mean, I still love the guy. I mean, he was a real life copper, he was a technical advisor on Thief, and then eventually became an actor because I'm guessing it was Michael Mann that got him into acting because he liked him. So who knows? So this is where he recognizes the Thai assassin as well. So he's like, I need you to cover me in the back. It's
I mean,
like,
bad restaurant etiquette. You wouldn't serve your customers with an open chest like that.
I know, I was wondering,
but I get it. They want him to see it. They know who he is when he walks in that restaurant.
Bad
And this
criminal.
Is this ceremonial? Is this what you do in a Thai restaurant? The way he folds that carefully before he goes out, that was such a cool touch.
Bad criminal etiquette. I'm a world traveling criminal, assassin, bad guy, and I have a very distinctive tattoo that tells my affiliation. So I'm gonna fucking wear it and fucking wander around with it so that fucking any law enforcement officer with any kind of intelligence can fucking discover who I am and just see me like it's a fucking flag. Like, dude, much better would have been like if it was like a wrist tattoo and he accidentally saw it when he fucking handed him something, or like Jesus, like he's got. Oh, hey, let me just wear a sign that says I'm the bad guy. Like,
it literally
that's
wearing that sign.
Is that their game though? Are they? Is this their game? It's like he's like probably been decrimed before he's sent out there, right? His boss is like, "Come here, all right, let's get this, this cocaine and this weapon out of your pocket. Let's get this bad ID." And Castillo's waiting for him with the guy's green card in hand. I don't know if they're stalking him down, and he sniffs out the tail, and he just comes out there with his flag, basically, his gang flag, his colors on his chest, just blatantly showing them the way the guy from all those Quentin Tarantino, Robert Rodriguez movies shows them, just being really badass with it. Like, you looking like Machete.
And by the way, fellow Yankees, is this what an actual resident alien card looks like? Or was that just like taking liberty with a license?
this has got to be I've never seen anything that looks even remotely like that. Never.
Okay, gotcha.
I mean, what happened?
I was born here. How the fuck would I know?
Also, one question, guys. I mean, I think I might have missed this in the dialogue when getting the nuts, but did he drop it when he fucking killed Zardon and fucking the Thai guy? Because that's kind of a dumb move, isn't it? That's like Clarence leaving his driver's
license. The dead man, your son, fuckhead that he is, left his driver's license in the dead guy's hand.
No, it's like, you're a bad assassin. You are a terrible assassin. You fucking highlight you're an assassin. You may as well wear a sign saying, "I'm assassin, please arrest me."
He's the Crockett and Tubbs of assassins.
He really is. Just really quick, I will say this about the Resident Alien card. It's a much better prop than it is a facsimile. Because we know immediately what it is. It doesn't have to look totally real. It has to get an idea across. So, A+ on the props department for that.
I guess.
Oh, this Mexican standoff is hilarious. The old good, the bad, and the ugly. And of course, we know there's got more than one ugly in the background, actually.
Plus, he's told Tubbs as well to cover him from the back. I'm like, shit's going to go down, so you better be ready. And even the assassin's like, oh shit, I gave myself away. I don't know how, but I gave myself away. He throws a kitchen utensil at him, and it's kind of ridiculous this episode because he jumps in like a fucking ninja and shoots him, and I'm like, okay, did he infiltrate that building secretly, or did he just walk in the front door with that fucking get up? I don't know. It's
I mean, Castillo doesn't give Tubbs a bit of a heads up that, by the way, this guy can do martial arts. You might want to be aware of that.
Yeah, no intel at all. He has no good thing. He's the one that intercepted him first. Am I right? I mean, because God knows it takes like fucking 3 business days for Tubbs to grab that fucking 38 that's wedged behind the small of his back.
Hey, bastard, can you do us a favor? Can you play us about 2 or 3 seconds of the fight where Castillo gives him a double?
Yeah, I got it down below.
I love that. Probably get copyright for it, but
I got it downloaded down below, and you can you won't get a replay charge.
He's saying he's got a compliant version. Yeah.
Oh, really?
Wow.
Oh.
Talking over it helps.
Stop it right there. Stop it right there.
Kill the volume, bastard. Kill the volume on it.
The sound is the problem.
There you go. There you go.
Yeah.
Oh,
if you do less than 10 seconds, come on, show it.
I see you know, flying dragon. I see you know.
That was some brutally shit he was doing on the guy, man. Oh my god! You can't.
I wanted this guy to be like, oh, you are Blade Runner. I know you, Blade Runner.
I forgot he's in Blade Runner. Oh,
yeah, I know. F is holding his own here, and I just want
to look at this guy's bit of filmography again. Oh my god! Oh, look at that!
He does some great fighting, and I don't know if he's doubled. If he's doubled, he's doubled extremely well. When they
he isn't.
I feel like he's capable of it. When we see him doing the front work, we see that he might be capable of the bobbing and weaving as well. He's a good physical actor. I
didn't even sully his suit. Not even broken a sweat. Oh, Jesus.
I don't know if the guy's swallowing his tongue as well. Fucking hell. I was like,
swallow the pufferfish. He's trying to delete himself.
It's like,
when Marvel started making their sort of offshoot TV films back in the day, you could have cast this guy in something, man. I don't know. They really missed the boat with some of the things they could have done with him.
Who? Edward James?
Alex Jones. No, almost. Yeah, they could have probably cast him in.
I do not believe for a moment that Edward James almost would sully himself by being involved in any fucking MCU.
No. Before the MCU, like in the late 80s, Marvel making the Incredible Hulk movies and even a Daredevil with the Hulk. Those kind of movies, I thought they might have thrown him in one of those, but they didn't. But I want to see what this guy's done. I know he's done American Me, which I've never seen, but everybody says to me it's a really good film.
Edward James almost in the MCU. He has actually been in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. series, so
really?
Oh no, really?
Yeah.
And those
no.
Those DC shows you mentioned.
Oh no.
Those DC you mentioned are actually from the middle 70s.
You know what? Speaking of DC, I think he could have been a good Commissioner Gordon, a good sort of Latin commissioner.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, good choice. Good choice.
But do you really want to have the fucking conversation between Batman and that in his version? Batman, you need to get down the Joker's. What are you saying? I can't hear you. I'm telling you that the Joker's been here. Speak up. Where is he? It's like, come on now.
Yeah, like Batman just holds up his hand and pulls out some of the listening tech. He's like, okay, go ahead.
Going back to the fight, this is where we got the 18 certificate because he uses that move where he claps the guy's ears and
so good.
I know. But then we get the other recycled shot again.
Yeah, we don't mind. We don't mind.
We don't mind. It's TV.
I mean, Sledgehammer often spoofed that every episode. Sledgehammer parks up on the same curb in the same way.
Great show. Fucking great show, man.
Yeah, I've got it. I own it. It's great.
Yeah, Sledgehammer.
Trust me, I know what I'm doing. Dun, 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 dun.
But yeah, Jesus Christ, that was a really intense scene, and I'm surprised I got away with it on TV, even though it was like 9 o'clock, because they still keep the violence very restrained. Like you don't see blood splat out of them when they get.
It is hard hitting violence even for that time. When you look at it now, I mean, the Equalizer, the first 2 seasons with Edward Woodward, that had some really hard hitting moments in there. So it was kind of going up against that, and then you had the the kiddie stuff like the A-Team, which obviously, we love, a Knight Rider and Street Hawk. But yeah, these two shows were what you'd call adult TV with some saucy bits in there now and then. So yeah, rising above the ashes of the Phoenix Flames, it was this and the Equalizer on CBS.
Yeah, well, yeah. So we're at the we're back at the police station. They see a photo was delivered by a messenger this very moment, and it's got a very pretty woman. But Switek is still confused over the papers that was taken, and Castillo tells him there were visas to bring in people, not heroin. General Lee is in Miami, not named after the Johnny Cash song, General Lee. General Lee,
or Dukes of Hazzard.
Yeah. And he reveals that the woman in the photo is his wife. Bum, bum, bum. To be continued. And yeah, that's the Golden Triangle Part 1. It starts off as a pretty okay episode, but when it goes much darker, it becomes much more interesting. That peels away more layers from Castillo. And while the first half has its problems with Sonny and Crockett being very terrible cops, it's still got enough dark parts and enough funny parts, and there's some great twists. And Jesus Christ, do we get to see how fucking lethal Castillo is. I mean, we're seeing hints of a man who knows how this game is played, and now he can tell he's never allowed it to destroy him. And to see that side of him, it just feels earned as well, just sort of discovering this even darker part of him. Even though Sonny is a little bit more whiny, he still does well pulling off the, he's still very charming. And Candy Johnson brings sass as well as some smarts, which end up being more of a help to the cops than they expected. And I love how this tedious case just escalates into something even nastier and violent, and really raises the stake and provides us a really fitting cliffhanger. Stop poking my ass, Kung Fu.
So you are paying attention.
Yeah. So yeah,
actually for overall,
yeah. So your fucking camera again, man. It's got a mind of its own, much like our penises. But so Admiral Teague, overall opinion on this episode.
Okay, well, you know what? I thought that this one was one of the best ones we've watched yet. We had extreme character development for Lieutenant Castillo, as well as another real good episode for the entire Organized Crime Containment Bureau, aka Miami Vice. We saw their world get a little more real. We had some aspects layered on, and we saw, some of the real sleazy stuff that will happen. They're really in their element. They're dealing with overlapping crimes, as Kung Fu put it. Like we're looking into one thing and we find out, we just pull at one loose thread and the whole thing comes apart. There's a whole rotten mess. It's like, when Captain Kirk opens up that bulkhead and the tribbles just keep falling out and falling out. This crime is really deep. Lieutenant Castillo's moment of recognition of the Thai tattoos, and when he reveals to them what's going on, the implications, like when he says, I worked with the DA, you got to wonder, it's like, were you like military intel? And then when you came back to Miami, they're like, listen, we've looked at your dossier and you have plenty of experience in the Vietnam, Cambodia, Thailand area. We got a heroin distribution ring going on, because the opening sequence with the PCP, which is really also amazing and shocking. That's something any chemist and weirdo can make in their basement. Something everyone should really stay away from more than anything else. But this was a fantastic episode. Fantastic episode.
So yeah,
one of the best ones yet.
Yeah, thank you very much, Admiral T. Kung Fu Hot Dog, overall opinion on the Golden Triangle Part 1.
Yeah. I got second time within a year I've actually watched this episode again, because I've got the entire series on Blu-ray twice, by the way. Love the opening shot of that high-rise building and the chaos, which was a hotel, obviously, or a super deluxe hotel. And yeah, the way when I started watching this episode again, I thought, Golden Triangle, where was the mystery and the intrigue about this one? Because like you say, people have said it is, thank you very much, toxic, whatever that is. When you watch it, it's like it's going to be like a normal episode. And then suddenly when they break, when that safety deposit place is robbed, the one that could never be broken into, like Fort Knox. And again, some of the cool analog digital devices they were using there to do that, I can see that being a real thing, actually. Just going back to how that second act. So it's like if Harold Pinter wrote this, he would kind of write it this way of things, some twisted mind effery like this. And just seeing Castillo just getting more and more intense and coming out of his shell, and like something is definitely wrong here. What do we know about him that we don't know? Because even Crockett and Tubbs, I think it was Tubbs that says that Castillo is one strange dude, one strange man, and then it sets up the whole episode. But fantastic episode, despite its obvious flaws, but some of them are unintentionally pretty funny as well.
I know, I love the flaws. I actually love the flaws in this episode. I love it's kind of fun to sort of make a little bit of fun of a great show sometimes. It does. So Lord Toxic, overall opinion of the Golden Triangle Part 1, original score.
Yeah, this is one of my favorite, if not my favorite, from this season. I think we talked about that when we did these retrospectives before. And as you know, from that, Castillo is my favorite character. Edward James, almost not even a question. He's the best actor on the show. He gives every scene that he's in this quiet gravitas, and to find out that he has the secret past, as I indicated earlier in the stream, it's one of my favorite tropes in drama TV. I love to find out that this character has. I actually would have been a little bit preferential if it had waited till maybe season 2 to kind of let that out, but I get it. Just overall, it's a great first part to a banger 2-parter. The slow reveal of Castillo's past is great, and then watching him fucking wreck that dude out in the parking lot is even better. Just overall a great episode. I mean, I had my security nitpicks with some of the tradecraft or lack thereof that Crockett and Tubbs did, but at the same time, you know what? It's fine for what it is. I think ultimately they were supposed to come off looking like goons a little bit, so maybe that's fine. I definitely don't think I don't think it's one of those things that they were like, oh well, great, now we're never going to be able to retire and be security guards with this kind of thing on our CV. But yeah, man, it's a really good episode. Candy was lovely. I agree with you 100%. I would have liked to have had her back, but it's all good, Don't poke Toxie. Will dash your dirty laundry on the floor and call you a dirty. Oh, I see what you did there. Okay, that's funny.
Yeah, you should watch the security footage of Cole who got real pissy with some guy. Yeah, it's funny, man. So yeah, now we're on to our different categories, like favorite regular character, guest character, favorite quotes, music moment, favorite outfit, and overall rating. So obviously we go with regular character, and I've got to go for Castillo because, he's had that mystery to him in the past 4 episodes. We've seen him as a guy who's obviously been worn down by the horrors he's seen, as well as playing the game, knowing it's rigged against him, and yet he's still keeping it together to make sure his squad doesn't fall apart. And to see more and more of this darker side to him really allowed this character to be given more context. And when he does that line, 3 years is a long time, no, it's a lifetime, you can see this is a guy still haunted by his past, and it's still kind of consuming him a little bit, yet he's still managing to carry on and still do his job and still try to fight the good fight, not give up. And it just makes me love that character even more. So that's my favorite regular character. Admiral Teague, favorite regular character in the show. I can probably guess anyway, but say it anyway.
How can you disagree with what you said? It's Lieutenant Castillo. He's fantastic. I love Lieutenant Castillo's approach. I think he's great in this. The show didn't need another shouty lieutenant who didn't like his cops. Captain Rodriguez was a typical Starsky and Hutch style lieutenant. He was frustrated. He was fed up. He had had enough, and he was sick and tired of their cowboy antics. While Lieutenant Castillo may share some of those feelings, so expresses them very calmly, and he has a different delivery, and he's messing that guy up so bad in the kung fu fight that I think that Tubbs just stopped out of pure admiration. He's like, you don't get to see a display of martial arts like this every day. He was just loving it. The lieutenant never looked like he wasn't in control. Powerful episode for him. So yeah, Lieutenant Castillo.
Yeah, kung fu hot dog. Tell me how great this Kevin Castillo is. Fucking Castillo.
Can you guess who that might be that I might pick as my favorite regular character? It's going to be Gigi. No, it's going to be Castillo, actually. Yeah, it has to be, because simply that was, again, there are moments in this episode where you got the Latino Charles Bronson stare and glare, and the posing. Like the first time that we see him in this episode, where he's at that bar and he's having a quick word with the Crockett and Tubbs. He swigs back that, I'm going to say it's tequila, and then walks away like, wow, he's drinking on duty, but he don't give a crap, does he?
Yeah.
But yeah,
he's management. He's never off duty. He can drink when he's on.
Yeah. So again, like I said, the people who run the Emmy Award committees, the Golden Globes, whatever, they saw that. They thought, yeah, you know what? This guy's not a bit player in the show. You just give it to him. And now, granted, you guys, I've not seen the rest of seasons 3 to 5 of this, so I hope he gets a bigger roles to play in those. Because again, when they syndicated it in the UK, it was just all over the place, and I was just doing other things at the time. So when I watch seasons 3 to 5, it'll be my first time actually watching them properly.
That's cool.
Yeah, I hope you do find something a lot more positive out of Series 5 as well. I mean, there's still some good episodes, but you can really tell it's just not.
Oh, I'm dreading it now. I'm dreading it.
No, the lost episodes are beautiful, like character studies of the tertiary people on the show. You kind of wish they'd been salted in throughout the entire run, because they would have given the entire squad more depth, and maybe the show would have lasted one more season. But it was so magic that maybe we didn't need even one more episode. I don't know.
Yeah,
I was
plus
happy with
the
it.
end of the 80s, wasn't it? So Miami Vice really should have.
It felt like the end of the 80s. It felt like that. Yeah.
So,
Also, Wolf leaving had a glut of leftover scripts that had been passed on and weren't good enough used in that season that led up to the cancellation. You could see it. It's like, this is too hokey. Like, where did this come from with the James Brown stuff? And this is like, you could see why Dick Wolf wanted out of there. He's like, I'm not going to have this conversation again. Drugs aren't magic. Voodoo doesn't work. And we're not going to do that with this show. And then when he left, the guys were like, I've got my voodoo idea. I've got my magical drug idea. And so we get stuff like that episode with James Brown.
But you know, they used voodoo on Law and Order CI. So I'm not sure. I don't know, man.
Criminal Intent was meant for basic cable, but fair enough. Fair enough.
So, Lord Toxic, favorite regular character. I'm guessing it's Castillo. Is it Castillo?
I mean, how is it not going to be Castillo? Unless I just wanted to be a Mahler type contrarian and just say, oh, it was Switek for sure. Like, no, obviously it's Castillo. And again, for all the reasons I've already indicated, I don't want to just, gild the lily there. It's the same thing. I love a stoic character with a dark background that slowly gets trickled out over the course of time. In this case, we wait until episode 13. Would I have preferred it to go to season 2 to wait? I think I would have been okay with that, but it's fine. It's fine for what it is. And watching him wreck that dude is just amazing. Didn't even break a fucking sweat. I don't think that he sweats.
I mean, Toxic, it was it was in the glorious days of 22 episodes of a hit TV series. Do we get that now? Of course we don't.
Never.
We were so spoiled, dude, back in the day. When you said before in this conversation, we had it so, we didn't know we had it so good. That's the reason why. 22 episodes. Knight Rider, the same. My God, when you call it the golden era of TV, guys, because of the episode run per season.
Facts.
And when you wanted to be offbeat or do a different kind of episode, you had 21 other episodes grounding you in what you were about. So a musical episode or something like that, Deep Space Nine does.
Yeah.
It's not disastrous like it is with, say,
I don't know how America got the formula so right, man. It was the 80s. Crime shows were getting popular, different types of crime shows. Again, Crime Story, which I'm getting next week. A lot of people have said the way it ended, even though NBC cut its life short, they say it's like a legacy now when you look at it, when you look back on it, because it was meant to have it has a cliffhanger episode ending at season 1, but then that season 2, which I don't know anything about. Yeah, that's very true, Admiral Teague in the chat. Thanks. So again, some things are meant to end the way they're meant to. And dreading season 3 and 4 or 5, but
they're not bad. Look, they're not bad. Trust me, you'll find a lot
enjoyable.
Enjoy.
There's still some good out of it though. But so we're on to guest character, and I'm gonna go for Candy. I mean, I love what an unapologetic douche Zarball is, but Candy Johnson, she just steals every fucking scene. She just lights up the scene. She's hot.
Yeah, she's great.
Looks like she's got daddy issues, but she's very smart. She's got a heart of gold. She still kind of wants to do good, even when she gets battered and she's pissed off at the cops for not getting in there quick. She still decides, I want to fucking help you guys. All right, I want you to help these get these guys who are knocking all these fucking prostitutes up, you know, because they did that to me. I don't want to see more girls do it. I'm guessing that's the reason, but because she could have just ran out of Miami straight away and done something else. But no, she comes back through for them, and she gets more. She fucking proves to be more useful in this episode than Sonny and Crockett themselves. So gotta go for Candy. It's a shame we never got more episodes with her because she's a really cool character. So Admiral Teague, favorite guest character.
I agree with everything you said, and it's a shame we didn't see Candy again. But since everyone's going to sing her praises, let's just go for Tommy Tung or whatever his name is, the badass Kung Fu opponent for Lieutenant Castillo. That Kung Fu fight was amazing. I think Kung Fu Hot Dog would agree. We loved when they were mixing it up. That was some great police show action. That was cop drama action. We had a plot that was worth, investing in. The guy had that awesome tattoo piece. Hats off to him for getting it, or whoever created the set piece for the show, or whatever the body art for the show. I'm going to give it to him. He was a fully immersive, very believable bad guy who sold this golden triangle thing that we're going to now try to hinge a second episode on. So him and his pivotal role, I'm going to go with Kung Fu bad guy.
Yeah, he's a terrible assassin who gives himself away, but he gave a good fight to Castillo before swallowing his own tongue just out of shame. I was like, I got my ass.
Come on. What a great death. That is the best way to go out.
Yeah, I can die happy. I got the shit kicked out of me by Edward James Olmos. So yeah, I'm swallowing my tongue now so I can die happy.
Go back to the autopsy room and have like the doctor pulling off his gloves. It's like, yep, died of embarrassment, all right.
Yeah. Kung Fu Hot Dog, favorite guest character.
Well, she stole my heart because I met a couple of hookers in the 80s who I had conversations with, because I did that without paying for it, funny enough. And they go through some troubled times as ladies, but my God, Robin Johnson just lit the screen up. Again, can't wait to get my copy of Times Square with Tim Curry and banging soundtrack by Susie Quattro, Pretenders, XTC, but to name a few. But when she pops up again, she almost brings a comedic effect to the whole procedure. She's doing a better job than our resident Miami duo are doing, which is kind of funny. And they don't realize that the lap of the gods has fallen into their hands by her giving them Zorbo's key and everything else. How she acquired it, don't matter. She's got it. She wants to help you out. Clean my rap sheet, and then we're good to go. But at the beginning, when she gets punched, assaulted, and she said, "You can all go and die," and then she changes her mind, which I didn't expect. So again, whether they thought she was good and then thought, you know what, let's extend her part a little bit, give her some more lines. Good for her, man.
Thank you very much. And yeah, I've just seen your private chat. Yeah, is my mic going a little bit Dalek mode? Like, it might be the settings on the mic though, because I am using the one you gave me. I had to get a new little USB lead because it kept coming out. So I managed to get
no worries.
So yeah, it might be some of the.
I'm going to send you some. I'm going to send you a link to some software for the microphone afterwards, Northern. It will help you out.
Yeah, cheers, man. Okay, so yeah, Lord Toxic, favorite guest character. Hello, is he there?
Hello, Toxic. Is anybody home? Hello,
Toxic.
Sir, you're muted.
He's not muted. No, has he disappeared? Is he dealing with transients outside the hotel right now? Who knows?
Toxic. Can you leave that man hooker alone, please?
So, yeah, favorite music moment. I will go for the Golden Triangle. It just sounds so right with Castillo and everything, and really matches this fucking dark, sordid tone that's going with the second half of this episode. So, Admiral Teague, favorite music moment.
That weird cover of Great Balls of Fire. Why not?
Yeah, it was kind of
that introduces Candy.
Yeah, it sounds right as well. It sounds right for this character. So yeah, thank you very much. Kung Fu Hot Dog.
So 80s.
Moment.
There were so many, but the one that kind of caught me off guard was the beginning when you saw that high-rise hotel, that Jan Hammer music, whatever it was they were using. That was just fantastic. Oh, a bit too much information, but thanks for that, Toxic. Now we know why we call you that.
Yeah, I'm going to take a shit. Yeah, Pulp Fiction style. So, yeah, Lord Toxic, just catch up later when you get back. So, since...
now I'm imagining him grabbing a book of German fairy tales on his way into the bathroom because of the Pulp Fiction reference, right? So isn't that Vincent's thing?
Or listening to Christy Burr's Man on the Line album before he sold out.
Yeah, you've already given the music moment already, haven't you, Kung Fu?
I believe he did say Michael Mann, right?
Yeah, he did.
Michael
Yeah.
Mann.
So yeah, okay. So now we're on to favorite outfit, and definitely Candy Johnson's blue dress when she walks into that hotel pool. I mean, definitely fucking yeah. We're
That's
fucking
something special.
ridiculous. We love hot women in hot clothes. What can we say? But for less sleazy reasons, I will kind of go for Sonny Crockett's nerd outfit because of how ridiculously obvious he looks, but somehow still pulls it off. I mean, he pulls off socks with fucking sandals. So yeah, Admiral Teague, favorite outfit for both sleazy and non-sleazy reasons.
For sleazy reasons, I'm gonna say like it's been a long time since I saw a hot woman in an acid wash dress, so that was refreshing to see one more time. It's been so long; it felt like I was seeing it for the first time. So I enjoyed Candy's outfit, and yeah, there's no beating Big Trouble in Little China Crockett with his nerd outfit. It's like with his pocket protector, with his glasses. It's like, hey, nice pocket protector. Like, thanks, my wife gave it to me. Like he had total nerd energy. He was doing a nerd perfectly, and I enjoyed that outfit and Candy's outfit. So for sleazy and non-sleazy reasons, sleazy Candy, non-sleazy the pure comedy of nerd Sonny. This guy's anything but a nerd. We see him blowing off the hottest women left and right. He's anything but a nerd. He's like, yeah, I'll call you. Bye. Leave me alone.
I cannot agree more. Kung Fu Hot Dog, favorite outfit, sleazy and less sleazy reasons if you want.
Yeah, the sleazy ones, all the background bikini extras. In fact, a couple of times I had
you always have to up me on this sleazy bit.
Yeah, of course. There's a bit when Candy's talking to Sonny, a really hot thonged bikini beauty walks in front. I'm like, I've got to freeze frame that just for research purposes. So that was good. But my favorite outfit actually goes to Tubbs. He's wearing much later on it's a lilac outfit with a dark purple shirt, and he absolutely killed it. So that's my favorite outfit from the boys.
Yeah, that might be one of his best outfits because he can match the pink with the grey and the white.
Yeah,
well, he's got that complexion.
I got my purple top on today. See my little LA honey right there.
And I think
I'm actually going to take. I'm going to take Toxic's word. Sorry, I'm going to take Toxic's word on that outfit. I'm going to look for a pink fucking Henley granddad collar shirt somewhere. Find some white jeans, and I've got a grey jacket. I can do that, and I'm going to pause and see if I fucking pull it off. Give the lads down in Kansas a good fucking laugh as well. Just what the fuck is this tit wearing? It's. So yeah, thanks for the outfit. Anyway,
hey, you look like your avatar. Whoa, look at you, handsome man.
You've already said it in the comments. I'll let you say it for real anyway. So I think favorites. I think you've already mentioned. Have you already mentioned your guest character, Toxic? Or
well, I mean, yeah, it's got to be Candy. It's got to be Candy, doesn't it? I mean, there's just no other way. It's not Candy. I wish she would have done. I get it. She went to. She did a long for IMDb. CV says a long stint in daytime television. I don't know what you guys call them. We call them soap operas here. I don't know.
Yeah, we call them the same.
We just call them
okay. So she did that, and I guess since '96 she's been a TV traffic reporter. Yeah, fair play. But I mean, I don't think. I think I cannot disagree at all with Northern saying she should have been a recurring, confidential informant type character. Would have been great to have her back. Maybe her asking price was too high. The young actor, I don't know. I really don't know. I know from the trivia that she's only 20 in that. That's pretty young to be on this kind of show.
Playing a 27-year-old, which I didn't know.
Yeah. So interesting in that. And I just don't know. Maybe the travel thing or whatever, but I agree. I would have liked to have seen more of her. And honestly, I hate that kind of Jersey accent type thing, Brooklyn accent, whatever the fuck it is she's doing. Her CV says she's from Brooklyn, so I guess it's a bastardization of a Brooklyn accent. I really don't usually tolerate that. I can't stomach it, but on her, because she's so adorable, I don't mind it so much. So maybe that's a little bit, unfair of me, but whatever. It's my review. So, but yeah, no, I don't. I don't think we could do any better than than her as the in the guest role in this. And like Kung Fu said, I mean, she's a much better cop than fucking Crockett and Tubbs are. So
plus, it would have made sense to have her as a recurring character who could get information, because I know you've used them a couple of times on your private detective jobs, haven't you? So
usually I'll get, you know, if I got transients or somebody causing a problem, I'll get another transient that's less scummy, that maybe there's just and just actually wants to use some cash to go get some food or something, to tell me which ones are planning to rob the joint or harass whatever business I'm protecting. Or conversely, you know, I've used strippers that you know, if I get tasked with finding out who's cheating on who, and you know, hopefully it's a woman hiring me to look after the dude, then basically I'll just go hire a stripper to go come on to him and then have her record it. I'm not going to sit there and wait and surveil him for weeks at a time, you know.
Or the only twist to the tale is the husband into men. So finding
listen,
if that's the case, a bit difficult.
No, that'd be even easier, because if the husband's into men, I'll just shave my beard and put on one of my flowery shirts. I'll go after him myself. Too easy.
You toxic man. You're bringing down my masculinity.
I will pull straight up on that guy. You don't even know. I will throw him something you've never seen.
I can just see
more than we need to know, man. What the hell?
Imagine that testimony, right? It's like, well, Your Honor, when we got to my favorite part of town, I absolutely had an idea of which way
I had him get me a special macchiato, and it was delightful, Your Honor.
Oh my God.
Oh, fuck it.
If you pay me my fee, there's not much I won't do. So just throw that out there. Aegis Investigations, give us a call.
So we're doing a bit more catch up for you, Toxic, since you was taking a big dump. So your favorite music moment and your favorite outfit, and for sleazy or for less sleazy reasons, and your favorite quote before we do the overall rating.
Explain to me. Yeah. Definitely the Great Balls of Fire cover song, and Don Johnson's pink shirt, suit jacket combo, as I indicated. What does the sleazy, less sleazy, what does that mean?
Well, sleazy if it's because a woman looks hot in it. For less sleazy.
Okay. Yeah, no, I didn't really think too much. I mean, I guess if you want to say sleazy, let me get Joan Chen in that fucking one piece, that half one piece that she's wearing, is pretty dope. Fucking, you know, she's still a banger today. By the way, Joan Chen is still fucking hot as fuck.
But a fucking Asian can still stare your loins off, man, and she's doing a good job.
Oh, I know. Yeah. No, Joan Chen could get it. Joan Chen could definitely get it. Especially 80s Joan Chen. But yeah, sleazy Joan Chen, cut off one piece, and as far as, you know, just non-sleazy, or just, you know, hell, he pulled it off. Yeah, where's your bog? Lou just sounds better. But yeah, the jacket pink shirt, I gotta believe that even though we didn't get a full photo of him or a full shot of him in that outfit, I gotta believe that he had some fucking loafers with no socks on with those as well, which, you know, obviously that's what you want.
This might be the first episode where we see him wear socks, but it's with fucking sandals though, isn't it, when he's doing the nerd?
It's so backwards. Lord Toxic, when he's the outfit you're talking about, Sonny's shirt, is it actually more than a Henley? Is it some kind of weird freaking like pink Giabera? Is it a Giabera? Because it has pockets down low too. He seems to be a four-pocket summer style shirt, but with a Nehru collar. It is really super fashionable in 1985, 86 when he's wearing it. It's cutting edge cool. Everyone would want one. And, you know, I think I know people who had it, but yeah, he seems to be wearing that. My guess
a little known fact is that so if you read enough detective novels and things like, you know, they're always wearing a coat of some kind so they can hide their pistol, because, you know, it's not like in the current day procedurals where you know, the detectives just walk around with that shit just fucking hanging out, you know, free balling their pistols all the time with the badge on their belt, you know, because especially if they're doing undercover work. So yeah, no, I dig it. I thought that was a good look. I think, as Northern said, his complexion, he's able to pull that off. What was the other question?
Favorite quote now.
Ooh, favorite quote. I definitely am gonna go with oh, awesome, very handsome. I would definitely go with the opening. Well, not quite opening, but within the first act, Castillo, kind of not. I don't want to say chastising, but definitely drawing a line in the sand. I don't just want these guys as badge. I don't just want their badges. I want them. I want this scum flushed down the toilet. I want them all the way done. And I like that. I like how seriously committed he is to it, and how he's kind of reminding these cowboy cops, like, hey, yeah, you can be doing undercover work. You can be kind of playing fast and loose with the rules and shit like that. But you need to remember, a dirty cop is a dirty cop, and they're worse than criminals. And I like that about him. And I like the line, and I really like the delivery that he does it with. It's great.
Venomous. Yeah, you're right. He's venomous about these. Just like, they're not your brothers. They never
Yeah.
were.
And
They're not even cops.
and like,
Yeah.
He hates them. He wants them in jail.
We found out in part 2 why as well, and it really does. You really do get to understand why he hates these any kind of crooked cop at all. Just the thought of a cop playing fast and loose with the law for his own personal gain just enrages him. It just,
and as we saw, the continuation of the story at the end, near the end, we see converted Sonny to that, way of thinking, and this guy's just this dirty cop's just pleading and squirming and, what's that word? Obfuscating. Yeah, obfuscating. And just, trying to make it like, yeah, I know I'm a dirty cop, but I would never kill anybody. And, I'm one of you guys. And Crockett's like, nah, you ain't one of us. And I like that. I like that we get, that's a great setup and payoff.
But he does buy that he's not a killer. He's like, he's not a murderer. Like, he knows he's bad, but he's like, he hasn't fallen that far from the light.
Yeah, it's one of the few times Sonny shows actual instincts as well in this episode, because he's kind of fucking up a lot, and this is like one of the few times where he actually does sense something is off, and he's actually doing a good job there for once. And so yeah, did I ask favorite quotes from the you lot already, or no? Okay, so Admiral Teague, favorite quote. Sorry about that. I thought I did.
Oh, okay. Obviously, for me, it's Lieutenant Castillo's line when he's reminding them and reorienting them that you can't take this hotel security job lightly. It's still police work. And just because these guys are cops, like, I'm not going to stand here and let you scoff at the idea that you won't do part of your job just because the offenders are cops. You need to correct your attitude immediately. And he's just, when he says the line, they're not your brothers. They never were. I want these guys. I don't just want these guys off the force. I want them flushed down the sewer, as Lord Toxic just said. What he's saying is he just doesn't want their badges. He wants them in prison for sullying the reputation of all cops. And you know what? It's perfect because their city is on the up and come. It's sort of a notable city. Now, the show's putting it on the map more than reality, but, modern technology and central air conditioning coming down in price and being more available, like cheap 80s electrical rates, Miami is growing big time. And he's going to see to it that, we don't get entrenched organized crime. It's a great line. They're not your brothers. They never were.
Yeah, thanks for that take. Kung Fu Hot Dog, favorite quote.
Yeah, favorite quote. It's going to be the poolside scene. Did you get oiled up enough? No. Did you get oiled up, or are you greased up enough, honey? Yeah, I love that. And that still makes me laugh. And favorite moment, Castillo doing the double-edged chops on that guy, Pratak Boone. That's it. That's the moment that is. There's so many good moments in this episode, but that's like, when you see Castillo just suddenly turn into this this taekwondo dragon killing assassin, is like, holy shit, all those skills that he kept pent up for so long, and they finally get unleashed.
Revealing that he's a samurai.
And not just that next week of downfall.
Yeah. Not just in his methodology, but also in his code.
Yes,
he has that Bushido
you're correct.
Code,
the samurai code. You're absolutely correct.
Exactly.
Toxic, I bow down to you. Oh, other favorite moment is got to be Sonny's ridiculous disguise, because this is pre-Jack Burton, Big Trouble in Little China. Now I'm going to keep imagining him with Don Johnson. Somehow they should have been in that film together. Somehow, some way, but it never happened.
In a better universe, it has
Yeah,
happened.
I agree.
Northern, what's with fucking Lance always jumping on going live when you're live? Are you guys at war with each other?
know.
I don't.
Hey, probably had some shit planned anyway.
He's got a grudge against us.
He's
With
always
a
doing streams every day.
with a stellar pantheon of panelists like this, I would imagine that Lance just became deeply insecure, and he had to jump on there and be like, "I need to counter this brilliance. What do I do? I know what I'll do."
I don't fucking take it personal or anything, because it's really the rewatch that does credit as well, because that's where you get the comments that help the algorithm, and that's where you get the views afterwards. So it doesn't really bother me that I conflict with others. I mean, fucking hell.
It just seems like every time I'm on your show, my computer I get my little notification pop up in the lower right hand side is, oh, Outcast Creative going live, and I'm like, dude, Lance? What are you doing, dude?
He's always streaming every day, though. He's always got someone he has to interview, something. He just organizes it when some people are available as well. So sometimes it's scheduling from other people that is having on the panel, and plus, I think he's having me on tomorrow for a Terrence Hill stream. So,
Bud
Love My
Spencer,
Name Is
cool.
Nobody. That's one of my favorite movies of all time.
yeah, just what? Yeah,
Call me Trinity.
weeks ago. It is a fucking underrated spaghetti western. But yeah, I'm going off on a tangent here. So now we're on to the overall rating. So I'm going to give it 5 dead self-tongue swallowing assassins out of 5, because it's very flawed, but God, it just gets so fucking good at the end. I just had to give it a 5 out of 5. Admiral Teague, overall rating.
Hey, I love the tongue rating system. I wore the Stone shirt, so I will also. This one was fantastic, and the identity of the show is fully established, and it's the first time we can say home run, a 5 out of 5 Miami Vice episode. That's very Miami Vice every bit of the way. They've got their formula almost complete. They're like 85% or if not more of the way there, and our characters are acting the way we want them to act. I loved it. 5.
Yeah. So yeah,
5
Kung Fu
times.
Hot Dog. Oh yeah, cheers, man. Kung Fu Hot Dog overall rating.
Yeah, wait for it. It's going to be 5 white Daytona Rolex watches out of 5 Daytona Rolex watches for this fantastic episode.
What about the 5 dead assassins that swallowed their own tongues? But
You can keep that. The espadrilles are taking a bit of a vacation now. They'll be back sometime.
Shouldn't they be Breitling watches in honor of Austin Butler?
So,
well, there is that, but
I
then
also
again,
don't-
Henry Cavill's model Longines, and I did a video about him this week, and I might buy Longines because they're affordable and they're beautiful. They look like a downgrade, slightly downgraded version of a Tudor, but more affordable and more classier.
Yeah, if that's in, I might start changing my wardrobe then. So Lord Toxic, overall rating.
I'm gonna give it 5 oversized horn rim glasses, pocket protectors out of 5. Great lead-in episode to a 2-parter. Great subversion of expectations by making it seem like it is a candy episode. See what I did there? Another cool caper episode where our two leads are taking a slapdash approach to both security and police work.
Sidekick slappiness.
Slapdash it is. See what I did there? Great stuff. And then definitely 5 out of 5 kung fu chops to the ear, double whammy down at the end for our borderline self-revealing Thai assassin at the end. Yeah, great stuff. Anything Castillo run or Castillo heavy is always going to be a win for me. That's always going to be, those episodes, that's the ones where you definitely hit me up and be like, hey, don't let the fucking hotel call you into work today. Come fucking join the stream. We're talking Castillo. You say Castillo, I'm on my way. All the way, baby.
Yeah, we're going to be talking about him next week as well. So, because it's definitely a Castillo-focused episode, and even more focused than this one, because there's no, it doesn't start off like a candy episode, like you said. This is really getting into the plot of on the cliffhanger that it ended on in this episode. So yeah, now we've done all our ratings, we've done quotes or regular characters. Now we're on to the promotions. So I think Friday I'm going to be doing Casablanca with Edward Goodwin and anyone else that wants to jump on. And obviously I'll be on. I might be on Lance's Tuesday stream. I'll definitely be on his Monday one with Terence Hill and Toxic Thursday as well. Losers Lounge with for Amadeus on Blue Collar Losers channel. And that's definitely my that's definitely the streams I'm promoting. I'll try see if I can get a review out on Spider-Man Noir if I can. I'm halfway through it. I'm kind of enjoying it. I'm pretty enjoying it. I'm liking some of the aspects where the Boa from Angel, where he's a detective, where he has to, get a job so he can afford the office and pay his secretary and all that stuff. And I love the Humphrey Bogart, isms of Nicolas Cage in it. And it's not making him out to be a total cook as well. So yeah, I'll get on that as soon as I can. And we'll take anything you want to promote before we end the show.
You know what? Sub to my channel if you'd be so kind, friends. There's my link in the chat. If you want to copy and paste it and throw it in there for me.
As well. So
that's to my Dutton Ranch video. It's now one episode out of date, but if you want to watch it before you watch the new one, check it out or sub to my channel. We do Star Trek shows every Saturday night. We did one last night. We're finishing up the show Enterprise and moving into a little show called Star Trek, the original series. So it's exciting. Very exciting time around here.
Yeah, look forward to that. So Kung Fu Hot Dog, anything you want to promote? Something that seems very Henry Cavill like.
Well, I'm a very classy fellow because it's not toxic fans, it's passionate fans. But do check out my Odyssey video where I think it's called Black Helena Troy Actress Gaslights Critics. It's done insanely well in views, like over 3,000 views, and I think 89 comments. So when I watch it back, I'm like, holy damn, I did this. So there's that. And then tonight I'm on Mr. Brown's Alliance from 10 till 12:30 midnight.
Nice
I know
one.
one of those. Again, they keep asking me back. I don't know what's the matter with them. They're a bunch of fools. But the panel of people on there are absolutely hysterical. And Toxic, I'll speak to you, as we all will, offline, because I want to ask you a quick question.
Okay.
That's it.
So yeah, Lord Toxic, anything you want to promote before we end the show?
Yes, indeed. Definitely going to be doing a premiere. We pre-record our Buffy and Angel retrospectives that we will be doing tomorrow. It'll be set up as a premiere, and the book has reached over 2,000 in sales. I love seeing my little residual check come in from Amazon. So if you have a interest in anything Kansas City related crime stuff, go take a look at.
Ozark.
2,000 copies. Shit.
That's what I'm talking about! That's why he's the MVP! That's why he's the GOAT! The GOAT!
Yep, only got to go 980,000 more till I get to the million mark, so I can be bestseller. But yeah, go take a look at that. Help me finance my redoing of the sequel, because we did lose a bunch of data on that, unfortunately. But that's okay. It's given me a chance to work on some other stuff and things like that. I will be doing Toxic Thursday as usual. I had occasion to catch Bob Odenkirk's latest kind of John Wickian style. Normal Minnesota, set in Minnesota, where he's a small town sheriff. And I'll tell you what, I mean, don't come for me in the chat, but I was not a big fan of the Nobody and Nobody Part 2.
Nobody one's good. Not two so much. It's shit.
Yeah, I didn't. Neither one of them really blew my skirt up. But this one, Normal, is. I mean, it's a hidden gem. I may start a whole new series saying hidden gems because it was phenomenal.
Cool.
I couldn't believe how good it was. Great plot, great action, great acting from Odenkirk, and yeah, man, it was just really interesting all the way through. And I had no idea what it was. Just popped up in my Plex Pass as things do. Thank you, Brandon, aka Brandalonius. Hopefully he'll start streaming soon now that he's retired from the Air Force. And yeah, some interesting thing pops in there, and I'll give it a look when I have limited free time. And so yeah, Buffy tomorrow, Buffy Angel premiere tomorrow, and then Thursday we'll do Toxic Thursday. I've never seen Casablanca, so maybe I'll try to watch it and jump on Friday if you'll have me. I don't know. Maybe
Wow.
I did do.
Come on, man! I would love to hear your thoughts on it, man. It's it's really good. It's brilliant.
I did have to read for my English lit and movie retrospective class when I was going to KCK. I did have to read Setup and Payoff. I'll find the name of the book for when we do the stream, but it's they do there's an in-depth chapter about Casablanca and some of the scenes and stuff and dialogue and things like that. So maybe I'll just go ahead and watch it and then take some notes and get in there and like I said, if you've got room, maybe I'll have something to put in there and we can do that. And yeah, we still got to do Burn. I think we're still figuring out whose channel we're going to do Burn Notice on, mine or yours. I think
I'll let you do that as well, because you probably have watched that more times than I have. I know I've only just watched it for the first time. I've only just finished it a couple of weeks back, and you probably will have a little bit more info, more insight into it, and plus it gives me another chance to try and watch the series again. I really enjoyed it.
Yeah, I'll start getting that together. But yeah, that's on the horizon. But that's for sure this week. Two things you can almost always guarantee on my channel: we will get the emergencies aside, we will get Buffy and Angel done, and we will have a Toxic Thursday. So, and as always, I extend every invitation to our other co-hosts here, Admiral Teague and Kung Fu Hot Dog. Love to have you guys on, even if it's in a limited time capacity, whatever you can do. If you want to pop in, it's super laid back, and we just get on there and riff and stay pretty toxic. So, see what I did there.
Yeah, thanks for that. And yeah, that is the end of our show. So thank you, Cosmic Holder, Wear Me Spoons, Davy Dread, Snuffle Pacificalist. He started off well, but then he could have just avoided giving Admiral Teague some shit. But
nah, he
came here just to do that. He can eat a bag of dicks, exactly.
He can eat a whole bag of dicks and have sex.
So yeah, a nice thanks very much as well. And is there anyone else? I don't want to miss anyone out. Pat Ponce Jr. I hope you come back on as well, man. We always welcome new people on this chat, and you're on Toxic's version, but still Toxic side, I should say, but still always welcome. Helps the chat. Do share this video as much as you can, and tell people to like this and hype it, because it really helps the algorithm. And subscribe, anything you can. And that is it. And next week we will be talking the Golden Triangle Part 2. So originally just the Golden Triangle, since this was called Score when it first aired. But that is the end of the episode, and thank you for joining us. And whether you beautiful bastards are Northern English or not, thanks for watching. But right now, that's us done, and we're off to the pub. Stay infidel, my friends. Stay infidel and proud.